changed my shirt this morning. Either that or it died. I wanted to try to speak about the, the future changes of the organism into Christ. I was going to say value. I love that the word value starts with V. Really, I wanted to show you though that there's a lot before we need to a lot that we need to straighten out before we get to this golden age thing. It's a staggering, profoundly a period of time where um, I'm seeing something and it's not comfortable. As far as, well, kids, this is just the way it's got to be. This is just the way it is. It's not a got to be thing. It's like, there's virgin nature out there and things purify. I just reflected now on how that water and the whole thing is purifying out there. It's trying to. I just think about, this new attack of asphalt that was flung around. I'm tempted now. Tomorrow I need to drive around every neighborhood and take pictures of these people's yards who they just said, fuck raking it or weeding. I'm gonna with asphalt that happens to be this swarm coming out of a hive. I'm talking about crisscrossing in the morning asphalt that I happened to just, I had asphalt trucks that I happened to just, I was going through town and the only thing I saw were these asphalt trucks. Sometimes it's a ghost town up here Tuesday and Wednesday because it's a tourist town. The place vacates, but lately, you can tell when they say something and the whole school is being shut down by an announcement or something on TV because it's been kind of empty nowadays. Like, I think it's the gas prices that have gone up too. there's this thing going on with see, whenever I poke my head into the political talk, whenever I hear like what people have to say, if they have a microphone and they're saying, well, talking like right over the radio, I think I heard because my CD player blew out. So I have my radio going in my car and listening to the spam there. You have to really just like, well, poison or whatever. You have to just turn it off and say, I need my meditation. That's really what I mean. But then you kind of you hear things and you're supposed to hear, and it's like, well, that is really interesting that they would use that language and go that route, and I couldn't help but to be like perked up about that. Like, do people even think what they just said about they're saying that this administration, whatever it is, what it is, it's just an occupation there that people are beginning to wake up, and why they mask it with different parties is going to be another question, but we'll set that fun house aside. Um, uh, Talking about how this one that we're in now, I'm not going to say any names, fuck them. Whatever year we're in now, the presidency is weaponized. Everything is weaponized. Like, duh! Even your utensils are probably weaponized if you don't really look at the grade material that it's made out of. Your food, if you're not making it yourself, it's definitely. And you got great ideas out there. Everybody's putting it on the shelf. Main thing is you have to get it approved by the corporation of corporations of weaponizers. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the future. People are going to have such a better time. Pardon me, not before. I'm coughing up a lot of things. It's healthy to cough up things. Actually, you should try to hack up things. That's why I suggest. Anyway, that's a different medical. I'm not a medical person, but I take care of myself pretty good. Try to. Um, Everybody's different, right? And they got their own karma with their entire system. And don't get attached to it. No, really, it's something that's like, gee, pardon me, what are you doing? Forgive me, you know, I don't mean to treat my spacesuit this way, God. How am I supposed to use this thing? Just getting in there and it's like, time to go! You know, I just saw something about that like reincarnation thing. It's like, you better get it before you get caught. Talk about the forever, oh my God. I wanted to talk about something. Humanity is going to lighten up when the light at the end of the tunnel begins to appear. And what I just understand now about that, you have shamans and sages and spiritual people that are going to be of a lot of help, because there's a lot of help needed on a level that's like, finally, we can finally do our job here and breathe. And really, if it's just somebody like me that will begin to radiate and say some things, but really, I believe that your life is your example, your who you are, your daily routine. Of course, I was going to just get right to, a lot of people talk about this, what you're eating. You know, I say what you don't eat. What you don't eat. How you realize that you don't even need food. That at night you just hang your body up on a coat rack and now you're going to sleep. I can't believe I just put that analogy in like that, because I'm talking on a totally different level of awareness there. You know, otherwise the joke goes, I don't want to talk about it right now. I'll put it in another video. The next one, change my shirt. Lots of output for creative people and the artist. If we're talking about Neptune, this Neptune going retrograde is a time of clarity about a lot of clarity about a lot of confusion. Imagine clarifying confusion, folks. I think confusion divides up and multiplies, and now we have an amazing amount of confusion, and that's normal. Right before, pardon me while I'm trying to wipe my eyes, right? You can take those goggles off every once in a while, your rose coloreds too, because what if it's even better than what you're grabbing at the silver lining? It's like, it's actually, you don't have to just look at any clouds. There's other structure out there. It's coming. That's the Saturn and Pisces vibration that has gone backwards also, and it's hit at 1 degree now, but at one point it's going to go forward. I can look at the... See, you know what I have, guys? Is a book. It's called The Ephemeris, and it has the planets. See, I can see Saturn. Whoops, this is 2000. You have to make sure to get on the right year. I got to get on 2023. Make sure you can see. It kind of gets tedious when you really start peeking out. They're like, did we fucking did we poke their eyeballs out yet? Sorry. Yeah, Saturn's retrograde for a long time. Well, it goes forward here. Let's see. In November, Saturn goes clear back to 0 Pisces. That's like, we're going to rerun Saturn going into Pisces in case you didn't hear your subconscious mind and all the bullshit boiling up about not just now this is looking at your childhood wiring that you shouldn't take personally. You're here in this mess of biological, and your DNA is being worked on right now from the cosmic rays. Really, you have no control over that. That's what we're saying. It's like, enjoy your amazing physical body for a while and hope that sucker turns all the way on. And that's what we're kind of talking about here, allowing us to heal more. But it's kind of a rerun of, like, did you remember when Saturn went into, it's a whole new change of the sign into Pisces, where it's impossible to put this structure to the Neptunian vibration, which is the Pisces. And this is a big thing because we just had that new moon. We're still working on this month of where there was a Neptune click. It was Neptune was opposed the new moon in Virgo, and they were doing this watery. We're going to heal something here. It's about healing with that everything, because Neptune is a very beautiful planet. It's the most spiritual planet in its home sign of Pisces. The part of healing is purification, purifying the water. You cannot have purity unless there's muck being acknowledged and separated out. And so this gives me the lean into the population that is in fact explaining this separating. It's a sifting and shifting. People are separating, you know, you want to maintain health, right? You want to be healthy. And there's people that maybe are not that, because why? Well, they have a karma with the decisions that they made as far as the truth. Are they in this game about, and this is very clear, it's coming in so clear, not an isolated incident here, to talk about the inorganics versus the organics. What will make you kind of lean into the schism and more, it's terrible. The empaths, I don't know about you, but I live in the mountains for long enough that it's like, no, I'm not ignoring the world, believe me, I can hear it perfectly well, it's really amazing. You got to get away from the bad geometry. The healing environments are out in Mother Nature because they're doing geometry that's really sound, and all this language needs to be pulled up. But I can do this for us, but Mercury thing going on, I'm getting the cosmos right now. Mercury right now has gone forward, and it's moving at a very rapid pace. Sorry, let me get my glasses on here and just check this out. The light's kind of bad too, so no wonder I'm going blind. Yeah, it's looking okay. So I didn't realize how far back that Mercury did go, and so right now, wow, it's opposing my Jupiter in Pisces. I have a Jupiter in Pisces, and this structure that's coming up. See, I have Jupiter retrograde in Pisces. It's the only retrograde planet, and Jupiter is retrograde now. To have Jupiter retrograde is like an extra creative pulse. It's also kind of subduing because it's so creative. It says, you know, you can't really fit this 10 pounds of shit through a 1 pound sieve, you know. Good luck with that. But I'm like, Jupiter retrograde, I'm going to do the moonwalk, baby. Watch me. Woo-hoo! Anyway, has to come out, has to come out. That's the Aries thing. We are doing the Aries thing as far as Neptune. See this Neptunian vibe that I'm picking up on, and that is all so potent behind these little aspects that are going on in astrology, where we are heading up towards the the full moon, at 6 Aries, which, because, you know, Neptune, that's speaking at the Neptunian entrance into Aries. Not only that, but the fiery, see, this fire is going to, now where's Venus? Well, there's a lot of fire we were dealing with, and that fire will be also the expression, like the physical result of all of that fire. If you haven't noticed, the fires going on are going to start. It's going to be an aggressive. It's going to be. We're going to see justice as far as behind those fires, because of the way there's an eclipse. And Earth moves in front, the Venus moves in front. Now Venus is the fire thing. We've been doing a lot of Venus, babes, at this time. Right in October, what I understand, that Black Moon Lilith, which I don't have it on the ephemeris here. I got a few different ephemeris that has all the different objects. And that'll be a wise thing to do. Maybe tomorrow I'll go into the metaphysical store, and it's hard for me to do the daytime thing with the mass sleep that's going on, and so I get most of my meditation and insights and everything before the sunrise. I'll go to sleep for a little while the sun is rising, and I move in. I've been studying the dream state and what's going on with that. How the holographic field that we're in now. I think our third eyes are definitely interacting on a level that can be understood very simply because why? Nothing that is working here, like the truth, isn't extremely simple and easy. You don't know you're doing it right unless you start feeling that. It's called setting yourself free. So, getting back to how, well, I'm directly involved in this frickin' full moon because of the 6 Aries rising. I'm a 6 Aries, and the full moon is at 6 Aries. I'm like, let alone that it opposes. See, I have, my birthday is on the 26th, and the full moon is, well, let's look at it, babes. I think it's at the end of the month. Month 6. Yeah, it's right at the end of the month, the 30th of September end. But see, this is right smack dab. See, well, this year it's peculiar that the sun hits 27 on the 27th. The sun hits 3 degrees, my sun degree. It was at 3 degrees on the 26th of September when I was in 1974, but now I'm looking at a sun at 3 degrees because it moves a little bit. Every once in a while it'll move because there's some kind of discrepancy, but anyway, there's always that, babes. But it never goes past the 1-day shift. So this year it's on the 27th. And so this shift is important for me because now the new moon, that's the day later after my birthday. It's actually, I have my real solar return is on the 27th. That's what your birthday is your solar return to the degree and minute, and then it goes boom. That's your new year. My new year is really interesting because it's the moon in Aquarius, I think. Let me see. I'm sorry. Not sorry, but these glasses, I know they need to be happier. On my birthday, it's looking like it's very near Pisces, but it's still a very late degree Aquarius. And let's look at the other planets. It's a trip how that Mercury is still opposing my Jupiter. That's the structure and the communications part. This is my new year. I'm just doing an overview of the whole thing, like how I'm going to be operating. I can see that, yes, this is going to be a very creative year. It's going to be packed with, everything is really aspecting me crazy, but there's the edgy Jupiter square. It's going backwards, but it's square my moon, and that makes my Aquarius moon kind of ultra serious. In fact, I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't, I'm sorry about the 18 minutes. Oh my God, 18 minutes is all I wanted to do is show you the look of the Aquarius. All right, now let me just gear up. This is the Aquarius age coming up, and humanity is it. It rules humanity, and this is it. Okay, let me get into it. Wait. Wait. There it is. No, I'm not doing it yet. But you get my drift. It's not very pleasant. It's not, because we need to take care of baby. We have to take care of baby humanity first. We have to our emotions, and this is going to be something that I keep looking at. It's like, wait a minute. So when people start screaming, even though they're still saying something, and the argument should be still looked at, you just get thrown out. You people shouldn't have children, because that's the first thing that we communicate with is emotions. Children don't feel safe unless they can do that emotional thing. The first thing that a baby does is cry when especially when it needs to communicate its needs, its rights. And if you're caught pushing that baby away when it's crying and you have some kind of issue, you can hear some fake fucking garbage out there that says, well, how long should you let your baby cry before you attend it? None. No air in between. No air in between. Never. Pacify it. Bring it to its well-being. Get it to look at it and make its natural state is happy and well and happy. You just have to feed it and water it. Something's wrong when it cries. You do not say, you gotta perk up first before, that, you are so out of hand. Never. You have to have more emotional maturity than that. So, each sign has a baby self that needs that attention. And the huMANity, the Aquarius one, is very smart. And when they get upset, it's like, there it is. Did you catch it? It's because I have a 14 Aquarius. My uncle, he was an Aquarius. He had a 14-degree Aquarius Mercury. Far ahead of his time. And his autobiography, going through it, his tape, his recording about huMANity and going through a lot. We pay attention to that. That's what we're here to do with each other. Try to catch even the finer points, and reflect on that. That's all we have, really. We look at each other in each other's eyes and go, do you remember the time when? What is it? Well, when everybody just put their goggles on. First they were watching television, then they put their televisions on both eyes, and then they started walking off of cliffs and damaging their shins, and the medical system went nuts. And what else, kids?